Alright. Alrighty. Hello, everybody. Hello. Welcome. Hello. Yes. Streaming. Yes. So, what's going on today? Well, as you can see, mining. Yes. I'm back at it again with within a week. It's only been over almost 2 days. Yep. It's been a little bit, but not too long. Not too long compared to the last stream and the stream prior to that. So yeah, at least I'm actually streaming, which I actually plan on hopefully not being lazy and streaming again sometime this weekend, because I've got plenty of time on my hands. So there's that. Anyways, what's going on right now? Well, simple. We are once again mining, because I don't think 22 plus the few diamonds that I have up at my main base is particularly enough. I mean, one can try, but I don't really think this will be specifically enough. So we're going to go and pretty much continue mining in the strip mine that we've got set up right now, and seeing how that plays out for us, yeah. But along the way, at the very least, we are going to be watching some more LazyPurple. Yes, we're doing this again, because once again my commentary sucks, and I'm starting to get a little bit of an idea on how my commentary kind of works, how crappy my talking is, and it tends to work better in the situation that I'm in. So if I'm actually doing something that can be entertaining, then there's that. But if I'm doing something boring like mining for like over an hour, yeah, that's not so entertaining. So we'll rely on another YouTuber who spent hours and hours on end to make content, and we're just gonna kind of slightly piggyback off of that, but not entirely, because at least like I did last time, I'll probably pause it every once in a while during the actual video, or I'll just talk at the end about some of the stuff. Again, some TF2 related things. But yes. Anyways, let's just start watching that now, shall we?
I'm moving this. You think you're better than me? Help me! Damn it! I am the spy. Now. What? Shit! Oh!
That was a recreation of a competitive engineer clip in which I had to defend my sentry gun from the entirety of Team Fortress 2. I mean, seriously, I had both explosive classes flanking behind my gun while an Uber exchange was happening right around the corner. I had to use my gun to stop the cart, then fight off a sniper that was outside my gun's range. Of course, then came their spy, who was followed immediately by another push from the enemy combo as their demo man flew by, missing his target entirely. After I barely survived all that, their demo man came in a third time, finally succeeding by hitting 3 grenades at once. Only their scout didn't show up, but I think that's because he knows his place.
You look a mite tongue-tied, son.
Screw you! I am gonna go play Minecraft!
What?
It's
Playing
true. Sentry gun
Minecraft.
can be a very, very scary thing, especially if the engineer gets a little bit creative with its placement. In this clip, I do a debatably unnecessary sentry jump in order to put my gun in a cheeky spot. After terrorizing the enemy team for a while, I get some unwanted visitors, starting with this pyro that thought that I wouldn't notice him if he crouched the whole time. Then comes this demo man, and this scout, and this medic, and I think, okay, well, it seems like everybody knows where my gun is. They probably think that this room is a safe zone where they can prepare an assault. But what if it wasn't? Not even 10 seconds after I move the sentry, 2 people waltz right in and get punished. Now that feels great. See, I don't feel too much when some thoughtless pyro just walks by my obvious sentry spot and dies. Although, that is pretty funny. No, I love it when my sentry gun is some crazy X factor as I place it right in front of the enemy point and have to defend it from everything as a spy saps it and it barely makes it with 8 health. And I keep it up for an entire minute as my team trickles in and slowly caps the point and I'm at 17 health. But then we finally capture the point and you know, I don't really feel like my team.
Can I just pause it here for a second? I'm pretty sure this is where I found diamonds, like literally the last stream. And what are you telling me here, Minecraft? Minecraft would be like, ah, yes, let me just strip mine for hours on end. Also, Minecraft, I'm gonna place multiple diamonds in one specific area and just make it a living hell to gather them. All right. Anyways, let's see the suffrage of the engineer.
Team knows how much I just did.
We did it! Come
All
on!
in a day's work.
We make a good team.
It's like we're yep, no, looks like we're doing this. All right, thank you, advertisements. Well, we're just gonna play it. You play. Okay, these are super short advertisements.
PowerPod, only a Canadian
Amazing, quick and short.
Those moments when
That's
you're
what you like to
barely able
see.
defend your gun gives such a rush. But what do you do when your gun goes down? Do you calmly and rationally rebuild your gun, or swing your wrench like a goddamn madman because they killed your baby? I am too emotional to play this class. As soon as my gun goes down, I just press W. I don't care if it's my fault. I don't care if I shouldn't have built my gun there. As soon as it's destroyed, I have to avenge my baby.
Oh, that there is just a sad display, boy.
As an engineer, it's really important that you keep your cool, especially when playing on defense. See, in this clip, the enemy team has just captured the second point. I know that if I can just stay calm and perform optimally, I can get a good sentry base going in the back line before any of they're in our spawn.
How?
Yeah.
Actually? That's dead.
How is that possible?
Oh, I don't know. How about you? Tell me. Okay, we still have time. If I can just keep it together and build on last, my life is meaningless! I have never in my life had to ask myself so often, what the hell is my team doing? In this clip, we've been defending the last point for almost 5 minutes. But maybe I should say, I've been defending this point for 5 minutes, as my sniper willingly walks off the high ground.
Yeah, that seems about right.
And he leaves me alone. Not soon after, a single heavy starts sniping my sentry gun from afar. With no help, I have to wrangle my gun, which gets me backstabbed, and where is my team? But that's just how it is for an engineer. Your life is one of vigilance. You want to put your dispenser where it's going to help the most people. You want to put your sentry where it's going to protect the most people. In other words, you live and die by the objective. You'll do anything to defend the point. You'll hide away, always checking your back and staying alert, knowing that your team's efforts depend on you. But oh, the faults of men. In this clip, I've forgotten to restock my metal. I've got no support, no resources, nothing. Nothing but my body.
Yeah, quick note. LazyPurple himself originally had a different song for this, but he wasn't able to use it, which is also kind of why the audio seemed to clip there for a moment because for some reason he wasn't able to use the original song that he wanted to. I think I know what it was, but I'm not too sure, so I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, it's one of those things. He wasn't able to play what he wanted to play. The stifling of creativity, as I clearly show zero creativity. Anyways.
No matter how many times your buildings go down, you'll build and build and build again. Every time you think of quitting, you just remember all those smiling faces depending on your buildings. So you build and you build. Your buildings are destroyed, but that's alright. Your team's still trying so hard. Just a bit more metal and you'll... Need a dispenser here! Well, I give up. Time to play Battle Engineer! The Gunslinger is one of those items that completely changes the way you play. By allowing you to build a highly replaceable mini-sentry, it allows you to focus on upgrading and saving your more supportive buildings. It lets you build a sentry base anywhere. Like this scout's corpse. Come on, keep it moving!
His flesh will serve as the soil to my blooming sentry gun.
Are you freaking kidding me?
And since you can plop the mini-sentry down anywhere, you can use it in conjunction with the Wrangler to become a hilariously horrifying sniper. Like, what can they do about this? This heavy is trying so hard to shoot me down, but it doesn't do anything. I can just keep doing this forever. That's right, run! Oh, shit. I tell you, it was just like any other Tuesday when that scout rolled into town, shot me in the back. And now, things have never been the same. And of course, if you want to, the mini-sentry also lets you play as an aggressive battle engineer.
Teleporter, dispenser, metal.
Let's do this Texas style.
I'm just gonna pause it here for a quick second. I don't know if you noticed. Yeah. Right in between the two waterfalls, there's an Enderman, and I faintly saw the purple eyes. I originally was gonna look right at the creeper, and then I'm like, wait a minute, is that an Enderman? Good thing I did not look straight. Endermen go teleport behind you. Oh, as I look right over by it. Ooh, spooky. Hardcore world. Do you wanna end it early? Yeah. But yeah, no, I'll say this though. The battle engineer playstyle is interesting. I'll be honest, ever since the How It Feels to Play Engineer came out, a lot of people have been playing the battle engineer getup basically, which is pretty much they'll run the gunslinger for extra health, a portable mini sentry, and they'll probably run some kind of shotgun. Sometimes people will be very daring today and have maybe the short circuit or maybe the Wrangler, but often they will not run the Wrangler. The Wrangler's a little less prominent of a tool that you'll see used for the battle engineer, but it is something that some will still use because it does have its utility that provides a benefit for people. But I'll be honest, if you're playing a game mode like attack and defense or payload or literally anything that requires you to be defending, aka let's say you're playing capture the flag and you're defending your flag or your intelligence, I don't know about you, but it seems like a pretty good idea to maybe run a heavy hitting class. Wouldn't you? Like not heavy hitting as in, oh, let me just play heavy or demo. No, a heavy as in, let me go and build a level 3 sentry instead of building this low damage mini sentry. Don't get me wrong, the mini is very versatile, but overall, the mini does not the mini outputs DPS, damage over time, faster than a level 1, and I think slightly slower than a level 2. But a level 2 and a level 3 do more damage overall than a mini ever would. A mini is more of a short-term type of defensive tool that you use for very short period of time. It's more of a very good roaming engineer, which is kind of the whole point of the battle NG, is you just roam around and you keep slapping down mini sentries every chance you get. But in moments where you need to defend and you need to do everything in your power to hold as much ground for as long as possible, I don't know about you, but playing a roaming engineer battle NG isn't a very good idea, especially when you decide, yes, let me go and roam around the flanks while the enemy team continues to push this cart slowly more towards the final point and completely ignore the final point altogether. I know this sounds like a gripe, and it very much is, but please, if you are focusing on defending in any way, especially if you're playing a game mode in which you are on the defending team, meant to prevent the enemy team from capturing points, please, if you're gonna go battle NG, actually at least hover around your team and help your team. Don't just randomly throw down minis and call it a day. Don't even, like, I've seen so many proclaimed battle engineer not even bother to even throw down a level 1 teleporter. Like, please, anything to help your team. At this point, like, there comes a point where a battle engineer just becomes a very, very discount scout. And it's like, sure, you have a second damage source that can also provide a little bit of protection in an area. But please, if you're the only engineer on your team and you're playing payload and the enemy team is about to capture the second last point, do you really think you should keep playing battle engineer? Or do you think, okay, the enemy team's about to capture the very last point. Maybe I should go a regular engineer, set up a level 3 sentry. That way my team has a little bit more time to be able to go and defend. They'll probably be able to play around my sentry gun, or at the very least, if I set up a dispenser, maybe they'll be able to go and set up a better defense. Don't just immediately give up and think, no, let me just keep going battle engineer, because my team, the game's already over. Like, don't give up. I've actually had someone in a voice chat once say to me that, and it's like, I've been playing. Well, they didn't say I'm playing battle engineer, but they're like, well, it looks like we're dead, we're finished. I'm just gonna go mess around now. It's like, why? The game isn't over until the final point is capped. The game isn't over until the bell is rung. But it's their playstyle. They'll enjoy it. But yeah, no, if you're playing battle engineer, at the very least, please throw down dispensers and teleporters, even if they're level 1. Because trust me, even if they're level 1, especially a teleporter, like this point specifically is for all the engineers out there, every single person who plays engineer. Okay, trust me when I tell you. Even though it never seems like it, there will come a time someone will actually go and upgrade your teleporter, okay? If you play engineer in TF2 and you're like, nobody ever upgrades my teleporter. Trust me, there will come a time where someone will in fact upgrade your teleporter. Do not fear, it will be done, little one. Someone will come along and actually upgrade your teleporter. So don't be afraid to just throw down a quick teleporter, because all it takes is to just throw it down and ignore it. You never have to see it again. Like, if that's how you feel about the teleporter, just quickly throw it down. Don't even bother upgrading it. Trust me, it is a utility that'll save your team. Teleporters change games, my friend. Teleporters win games. Trust me. So I just want to make that point be heard. I know not too many are going to hear it, but there's still so many people who just go battle NG, man. And it hurts when it's like, oh, my team's been trying so hard to go and be able to hold this point, trying to win the game, have a good game and all that. And then there's just some random battle NG who's just not really helping the team all that much, not even really doing much, because all you ever see is them just get blown up by some direct hit soldier or something like that. Like, please, I don't want to see suffrage like this. But yeah, no, battle NG is very effective though. It can be, like I said, it's like a discount scout, but it's definitely effective, because a lot of people don't think. Well, a lot of people think that engineer is defenseless, but no. Engineer can output pretty much not the direct same amount of damage. Like, ignoring sentries, engineer can't output the exact same damage as a scout, but he can still output a very good amount of damage. A lot more than a medic can, and definitely something you do not want to be up in the face of, because just like medic, engineer is another one of those classes that can get random crits with the melee a lot, so you kind of want to be careful. Anyways, let's keep going. Yeah.
The mini sentry liberates you to go forth and shoot those bad guys, and you might be surprised how much a little man with a shotgun can do. Sniper down, pyro down, demo down. I'm an engineer! Look, engineer may not be built for combat, but a gun is a gun. You would not believe how many times someone assumed I was as defenseless as a medic. Oh no, here comes Boy Wonder for his free kill.
Overall, you suck. Oh God, what just happened?
I have a shotgun! Speaking of shotguns, the engineer has some pretty cool ones. This one here is called the Frontier Justice, and it encourages you to get a little bit crazy with your sentry guns by giving you guaranteed critical hits based on your sentry gun's kills. In this clip, I barely managed to kill the soldier, and then I've killed 4 people?
How it feel to play engineer?
Well, you take what you can get. Now I'm fully loaded up on crits, and it's hard to explain, but something about the anticipation of using these well-deserved critical hits is just so bang! Bam! Bang! It feels great. But where the Frontier Justice rewards you for creativity and timing, the Widowmaker rewards you for lobotomizing yourself and just shooting bad guys, since it effectively reloads every time you hit a shot.
That's what you get. Gotcha. I'm gonna tear you down. You're all right, Doc. Good night, Irene. Y'all gotta start praying, cause I'm a god. You done incurred my wrath, son. Oh, damn it.
Can someone kill the Uncle Dan wannabe?
As much as I love man.
You just gotta love the people who are like, ah, yes, you're playing X class, therefore you must be X YouTuber wannabe. Funny. Funny, man. Funny, man. Funny.
Managing my buildings and supporting my team, this is my element. Being behind the enemy lines and shooting people to my heart's content. I'll be honest here, Engineer was my least played class before making this video, and I've always disliked building characters. But after watching all of Uncle Dane's tutorials and being as creative as possible in-game, I had way more fun than I ever thought I would. Basically, if I can enjoy Engineer, anyone can enjoy Engineer, and it's another testament to how special TF2 really is.
Lazy, what kind of defense is this?
I am the defense! So if you're like me and didn't think Engineer is for you, maybe now's the time to get a little bit creative and see what you're missing. Okay, this is maybe a little too creative. See, I thought I could put my sentry gun on this metal box, but it doesn't work, so I do the only thing that makes sense. It just gotta drop in. Warning, this is much too creative. Do not try this at home. I honestly don't know what I thought would happen if I did this, but I did it, and something is happening. Now I take my Wrangler out to try and get myself out of this corner, and I'm thinking, well, okay, something's gotta die. This guy just eats it, but there's no way. Thank you so much for watching, and a special thanks to all my patrons, and an even specialer thanks to these patrons. Waffle, God of Puns, Zeke, Fox, Sammy Lung, Trophy Waifu, Frozen Spaghetti, DGJ, Sonic1991, Lucky Dalmatian, David Claridge, Coleman D. Kincaid, Sayakeo, and Tim. I know this one took longer than usual, but this video was a huge learning experience, and I hope it shows. Your patience means the world to me, and you can expect more videos real soon.
Simple.
Alright, there you go. LazyPurple. How it feels to play engineer. Alright. Yeah, engineer is one of those very specific classes that it's like, just like how I said with heavy, your team really plays around you and what you do. And luckily, unlike heavy, you don't really have to choose where you feel like you need to set up, like if you want to be slightly backline or if you want to be constantly pushing, because engineer is literally the one class where it's just you push forward, you go, you set up wherever you want to set up. Wherever you set up, it tends to be where the front line is. So that's kind of the reason why engineer, while you're playing engineer, is you always want to set up, especially like if you're playing payload, you want to set up in a good spot where you think, okay, yeah, no, this looks like a good defendable position. My gun will be able to do a lot of damage to anyone who tries to push forward here. It'll be difficult to take. And if I put my dispenser here, I can at least encourage my team to hang out somewhere around my gun. That way, you know, in case I'm in trouble, they'll help me out, hopefully. Maybe. But, yeah, no, engineer is like the frontline class, basically. Like, wherever the engineer on your team sets up tends to be where the action is. It tends to be wherever the engineer is where the frontline's going to be. So, on a payload map, it tends to be you want to set up in a good spot. If the first point's already been taken and your nest has already been taken out, you kind of want to set up somewhere a little bit of ways, like, it's hard to describe exactly, but like, imagine it like this. Imagine you've got 5 points, okay? First point's already been captured, all right? Depending on the map layout, if you're able to, you want to try to set up at the second point. But if you don't think you're going to be able to set up at the second point in time, your best bet is to set up at least on or somewhere just around the second point. That way your team can at least get to the second point and deny the push and deny the capture of it as long as possible. So when it comes to like payload, you kind of want to set up like right around, like, so like I said, first point gets captured. You either, if you're able to, try to set up before the second point. But if, like I said, if you're not able to, like, for example, on upward, the first point gets captured. The second point defensive position for engineer tends to always be right in front of the spawn almost for red team, which tends to be slightly behind the second point. On a map like upward, you could try to set up before the second point, but there's too many positions that makes it very difficult to set up on the second point unless your team is really well coordinated and you've got a second engineer to go and help you cover the empty space that you're not able to cover. So yeah, it's kind of a good like rule of thumb for an engineer, like especially on payload, like I said, to always kind of set up, if you can, before the point, but if you can't, just somewhere behind or near the next point. Never default, especially on payload. Never default to the very last point right away. Like, if you're defaulting right to the very last point, even before the first point is captured, you're already setting up on the last point, or even before the round even starts, you're like, oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna go set up on the last point. Sure, you're helping your team out by the time the game is almost over and the enemy team's gotten a whole bunch of time capturing all the other points, and your team now has to defend the last point for a crazy amount of time. when it comes to defending, especially as engineer can be a very good tool to use to deny as much time to the enemy as possible. And especially on a defending map, especially payload, you kind of want to go and kill as much time as possible. So, yeah. You don't just build to the very last. Always try to build to the second point. And if you honestly feel like the enemy team is going to capture, like if the first point's been captured and you honestly feel like, okay, I think the enemy team's going to capture the next point really quickly, my team's getting rolled pretty fast, just go with the point next, the very next point. Whatever position you think you'll be able to go and set up your gear, your dispenser and sentry and teleporter, whatever point you think you're going to be able to set up at the fastest is the point you're going to set up at. Don't try to set up right by the enemy unless you think you're going to be able to and your team is there. If your team's not there, then don't bother, because the enemy team's just going to wipe you out. Like you got to be really fast and sneaky if you're going and setting up right by the team, the enemy team. But what can you do? Anyways, we're gonna go, and technically we're not looking at how it feels to play another class, but we are going to be looking at how it feels to suffer. Yeah, because as it is, Source Filmmaker, Valve's animation tool for some of their games, and also a program that is available to all individuals who likes Source games and anyone who is able to make models for Source. Source is a pain. Source is a pain to do much of anything with sometimes, and LazyPurple is gonna show some of that for us. So let's get into that then, shall we? Of course, it would help to have sound, but let's not talk about this.
So you like Halloween, huh? You like using the silly spells in Team Fortress 2? Well, so do I. But isn't Halloween supposed to be scary? Then what's with all this having a good time bullshit? Listen, man, for your sake, I hope you don't do it. But if you really want a scary time, drop TF2 for a bit and visit its deranged cousin over in the software section. Source Filmmaker! This program haunts me in my dreams, and I know it's trying to kill me! But the amount of glitches I experienced while making How It Feels to Play Engineer, I'm telling you, this shit's possessed! Gather round, all of you. This Halloween, I've a frightful story for you. The story of the time I had to add the Wrangler to a Source Filmmaker scene! My story starts with a prayer. Please, Valve, please update Source Filmmaker so that it doesn't use a 2008 version of TF2! Why do you curse me to manually animate things as simple as picking up engineer buildings and using the Wrangler? But they only responded with Dota Counter-Strike. I didn't understand. So onwards I pressed to manually animate the Wrangler. The Sentry Shield is simple enough, it's its own model. But this god-forsaken laser! This laser has stolen so many hours of my life that I'll never get back! How, you ask? Listen to my tale of woe. I began by importing the laser, but alas! It was pink! That's not right. It needs to be red. So I googled how to color it. Turns out that it's controlled by what I like to call Source Spaghetti. But first, a quick explanation. This is a control point. It represents a point in space and can be used to move and rotate objects. Particles usually have very simple control points. Medic's beam has 2 control points, one for where the beam starts and one for where it ends. However, the Wrangler laser has this 3rd control point that controls its color? And this is where the Source Spaghetti starts. This control point's positional X, Y, and Z coordinates correspond to the laser's red, green, and blue values using a scale of -255 to +255, which necessitates the equation x times 2 minus 255, where x is the RGB value that you want. What? You didn't get that? That's because it makes no fucking sense! things. Even if you don't get it, I got it. However, no matter what I did with Control Point 2, the laser's color never changed! Well, I said, this isn't my first rodeo. Surely I can fix this in a jiffy. But how wrong I was. Firstly, I went into the particle editor to see if there was a color value in there. Eureka! There was! But no matter what you do to it and its surrounding values, nothing happens. Then I wondered, just a moment, the laser is pink. And when a texture is missing in source, the default replacement is pink and black. Maybe the particle's texture is missing or broken. So I asked all throughout town if someone could please lend me their version of every file related to this laser. I imported them into my directory and it was still pink! By then, I was banging my head against my keyboard and finally decided that it's time to concede and verify the integrity of the game cache. Reinstall the whole program and deal with all the bugs that causes. But even then, it was still pink! At this point, I couldn't help but think, ha! All this wasted time being a perfectionist when I could just use a different laser. So I installed this custom laser from the workshop that is supposed to be a Star Wars blaster. It's a model instead of a particle, so it took a while to customize it. It doesn't look great, but it works, right? Wrong! When the camera looks at the laser from certain angles, it just disappears! Then I tried using this laser particle, and I don't even remember what happened with this one, but I assure you it didn't work! So we're back to this laser. After brainstorming with other SFM villagers, I imported the laser into a different map and realized, what the fuck? Why is it blue on this map? And that's when it hit me. Every map has a different default point where things load in when they have no other point of reference. You can see here that Badwater's default point is somewhere below Red Team's spawn. It has no rhyme or reason. The Wrangler laser has been loading in and using the default point on the map for its Control Point 2 value. It's a different color on every map, but it doesn't change no matter what I do. So I figured, alright, my program is successfully reading the Control Point 2 value, but just not changing it. Alax friend, can you please take my SFM project, move Control Point 2 to make the laser red, and then send it back to me? He promptly sent me this in response. That's right, his computer couldn't even handle the project, so he had to make a new project that was just the laser on Badwater, which I then had to import into my project, which is its own scary, unintuitive process. But finally, here we are. It works. Despite reinstalling the program, despite verifying the game's cache, despite replacing the particle files outright, my Control Point 2 is just irreversibly broken. My theory, there's a ghost in my machine. But hey, at least it worked eventually, right? But that's not the only thing I had to do manually. Once a sentry gun is placed, it stops being a gameplay object and just becomes part of the scene. That means that I have to manually control its shooting, which means manually adding each individual muzzle flash. That's right, I had to copy and paste like 50 sets of these muzzle flashes and then manually tell the program, this muzzle flash occurs 1/20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another 20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another 20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another 20th of a second later, and this muzzle flash occurs another. Then, after doing that, I have to lock each particle to the barrels of the sentry gun individually. Truly nothing comes for granted in this program. You'd think that adding Uber charge would be a simple process, but it isn't. The default Uber in SFM is broken for some reason and always flashes like it's about to end. So you have to go download some cube map fixes. Thank you so much, SFM community, and put those in the right directory. Looks good to me, but what about the weapons? And the hats? Huh? That's right, you have to manually change every single model's material that you want to be Uber-charged. And sometimes it doesn't even work! Not only is this a time-consuming process, it's semi-permanent. Since you're actually changing the files themselves, scary, you have to be super careful or else you'll be asking yourself later on, why the hell is this pyro like half Ubered here? See these buildings? They're not actually in Source Filmmaker for some reason. They're like ghost buildings or something. I had to manually add replacement buildings myself. Nothing comes for granted in this program. But you want to get really scared this Halloween? Imagine rendering a scene you've slaved over for hours, and it comes out like this. If you ever want to get into SFM, my friend, please remember the acronym ABAF. All beards are fucked. Something about the way these things are textured doesn't mix well with SFM. Usually there's a fix for these beards on the workshop, but I guess not enough people use the grizzled growth? Anyway, at complete random, the beard will become some crazy neon color. And you want to know something funny? It uses the same color as the Wrangler laser uses via the map's default point. Isn't that funny? So what was my solution? Ha! Simple, really. If I render out the glitched frames individually, one at a time, manually, the beard is fine. Sounds simple if not time-consuming. Let's see how many I had to do. 462 individually rendered images just to fix this beard in one scene! And sometimes it's not even consistent. Here you'd think that the color is based on the beard's position, but look at this shit! It's blue in this camera, but green in this camera! Eventually, my friend, I could take no more, and I just asked the guy who fixed the Allfather if he could fix the grizzled growth, which he did! The moral of this scary beard story is, please, don't be afraid to ask people for help! Oh, but friend, I've scary stories to spare. Look at this scene, simple, right? Well, this is what it used to look like! These lights are Satan! They have caused an issue in every video. For the spy video, I spent a full 10-hour day trying to get rid of these lights that would bleed through all the walls. After that day, I knew not to ever try anything with these demon-possessed lights. But in this scene, I had to. I used a program to remove literally every light from the map, and you won't believe it! These lights are Satan! Eventually, a villager from the SFM Discord discovered that you just have to type ent_fire space env_lightglow space kill in console. What does that even mean? I'm certain that a ghost has possessed my computer, but it doesn't always make itself obvious. Sometimes the glitches are small, like the time that this blood decal's position didn't update when I played the video forward, but it worked when I played the video backward. And then sometimes when I render something, every other frame becomes a blue mess. Definitely a ghost. And half the time I import a custom map, Source Filmmaker just breaks all its lighting. Classic ghost stuff. This one is fixable, but when even the guy making the tutorial says,
"This is the Hammer editor and it honestly terrifies me. I can't do anything with this."
I can't say it makes me very hopeful. Of course, the program does make my life easier sometimes. Spline curves are pretty good at automating some animations, but other times they put the spirit of the devil into my characters.
Add spline curves.
Oh my god, call the exorcist! Look at this sentry. I just want it to go from this to this. A 180-degree turn. It's simple. But for some reason, the program thinks that the most efficient way to do this is a freaking backflip! Back ye demon! Get out of my sentry gun! Thankfully, the program has a built-in stress reliever. Whenever I find myself getting exhausted, I just move the character's pelvis to the beat of whatever music I'm listening to for endless entertainment. Truly, countless hours have gone into trying to fix every single little mistake and glitch in all of my videos. But, since you've made it to the end of this video, I think I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. There's a mistake in the engineer video, and it will probably ruin your entire perception of it. In this scene where I build a mini sentry on this scout, I don't have the gunslinger equipped in the SFM animation! Ah! Hey, it's me. I have a t-shirt now. You can find a link to it in the description. I also now have a secondary channel, so please subscribe to that as well. The suffering in this video was made possible by Zeke, Briss Bipchap, David Claridge, DDJ Sonic 1991, Frozen Spaghetti, Jake Eves, Muzzy, Nate Cummings, Oast, Plastic Fondue, Saucow, Tim, Torbjorn Highland, Trophy Waifu, and Waffle God of Puns. You all turned this suffering into a gift.
How it feels to suffer. Yeah, SFM really do be like that sometimes. Even me, I haven't messed around with it, but partly one of the reasons why I at least gave up on some of my, well, not some, all basically all of my SFM projects is literally because at some point I hit a roadblock with SFM and it just botched something, and I'm like, oh no, I don't know what to do. I'm freaking out. I'm just gonna back away slowly. Like, at one point, I actually, in high school, I had a plan. Okay, I'm gonna make a little SFM on 2-4. I'm gonna go and spawn in some characters, have them run around, look around at the middle of the map on the bridge, and then realize, wait, where's the enemy team? And then I was just gonna have a bunch of MVM robots just kind of start showing up on the outside of the map. That didn't go very long, because eventually I was doing the spawn room thing, and I started messing around with some of the some particles to see what could maybe work. It took me a while to figure out how particles and all that worked in the very first place, and then for some reason I broke the program somehow by spawning in particles like you would any other item. And then when I wasn't happy with it, I removed it like you would any other item. And a lot of the time when it comes to removing something in source, it tends to, actually get removed. You just, if you want, you can hide it, like you can make it invisible, and then you can go and actually outright just remove it. Yeah. Turns out for me, I wasn't going to be removing those particles, and they were just going to stay there even after I went over to the program and said, hey, I don't want these particles. The program was like, sure, I'll remove them, buddy. Don't worry. Oh, yeah. So that's one of the reasons why I gave up on that project. A lot of the other ones I just kind of got burnt out. Like, some of them I actually still have the files for, but it's just meh. Yeah. I kind of treat Source Filmmaker like I did my one class in high school, which was an animation design class, which was literally just, it's cool and fun for like the first day or two when you're working on it, like after you've already kind of mapped out what you want to do for like a type of story or something, and you're actually getting to the actual animation part. It's fun for a good little bit, and then after that, it's boring, gets very repetitive, and you really got to be in a good mindset to do it. Like, even when I'm making my even when I was making those two thumbnails, one of them I uploaded as a video, but the council videos, the council and the council attack videos, when I was making the thumbnails for those, especially the second one, it gets repetitive. You're like, okay, yeah, no, I already know how I want everything to be. It's like, okay, why can't my brain just connect to the computer and just do this all automatically for me? It's, yeah, create entity, move entity, yeah. And then people like LazyPurple literally spent months on end going and messing around with Source and making their animations. So I'm like, bruh, how do you have the willpower for this? How? But they do, and it pays off. It a lot. Like even LazyPurple's animations are like really nice. So there's a reward at the end of the tunnel. It's just, it comes down to how much willpower do you have to go through the tunnel to get to the other side. Clearly, I do not have enough, but I mean I express that a lot to everyone here. So you gotta be transparent with it at least. If you're transparent with it, then you don't have to worry about it. Anyways, let's look at my favorite class when it comes to TF2. My main, but although I do main sniper, I main sniper on the sense that I really like sniper, but sniper is not particularly the class that my go-to class when it comes to actually playing TF2. That goes to both soldier and pyro, because I actually enjoy playing those two a lot more, primarily because of the fact that I can actually provide a lot more benefit for my team playing those two than I can sniper. Not to say sniper can't, because he can, but that kind of requires me to actually hit my shots a lot more frequently than I'm actually capable of, so yeah. But let's see how LazyPurple feels about sniper, because he's going to tell us how it feels to play sniper.
Ah, sniper!
Sniper!
That was a recreation of a competitive sniper clip that perfectly summarizes how I feel when I play this class. I get a nice reaction headshot on this medic, look for my next target, and admittedly kinda just steal this engineer kill. After that, I quick scope the scout before he even realizes where he is, and we all know what happens next. If I had to summarize sniper in one sentence, it would probably be, I am so good at this game. And now I'm dead. Sometimes it feels like people will do anything to get to you. And sometimes, what is that noise? Team, look man, we can work something out. It doesn't have to be this way. You know if you do this, we're both gonna die.
Ah, crap! I'm dead!
It's alright, I've respawned, I'm safe now. Oh god, please, come on, I beg you! Why is this happening to me? No more, please. He died again! But there's a reason everyone's out to get you. Unless they care to gamble their heads, the enemy team has to respect your entire sight line.
Move! Snap!
No!
Yeah! Ah! Forward! Uh-oh. Heavy! Heavy!
I mean...
Yeah, that's a very specific good point when it comes to sniper. Even the worst sniper, like even the worst sniper ever, like you watching them for like a good minute and you just see they can't seem to hit their shots. Even the worst sniper can be an extremely dangerous threat because they're still very much capable of getting that one shot, and all it takes is for them to have even half charge on their rifle and be able to actually click on your head, and you're deleted. You're done. You're gone. It's game over. Back to the respawn room. So even the worst sniper can still be a very dangerous threat, which is why, like, sure, you find a new player who's playing sniper, ha ha ha, laugh at them. But literally all it takes is you to make one little mistake, or them to be able to go and fire enough neurons in their head all simultaneously, that gets you going back to the respawn room and waiting for that timer to tick down. So it's one of those things where it comes to sniper. It's like sniper is a very strong class, but is very, very much skill based. Like you have to know what you're doing, and you have to be fast with your hands. You have to have very good hand-eye coordination. Otherwise, you're just firing off into the mist as the enemy team laughs at you, and then you somehow just magically hit that one shot and then terrify the whole enemy team because you just took down their fully charged medic. But you know, life of sniper.
I mean, if no one comes to stop you, you're free to have your perfect sniper game, devoid of backstabs and flanking scouts. These easy games are rare, but they're so nice. This is what you're hoping for when you pick sniper. just being able to click on heads in peace. To illustrate how fun and relaxing that kind of game can be, the clip coming up after this has been unedited. It's just me doing really well on Frontier. So do me a favor, grab a snack or some coffee and just enjoy this clip with me. Wait, what? What's happening? No, go back. I don't. Wait, I think the video is editing itself. No, stop it. I can't control it. Please, please.
You got
Real quick, I don't know if anyone's picking up on what Lazy's putting out here, but he's making the very obvious point that when you play sniper, you tend to go towards the frag montage type player. You tend to get that when you play sniper, and let's be honest here, he isn't entirely wrong.
mail.
I am gonna kill you now! Oh, yeah!
We lost that game. I don't know how. Playing sniper is emotional. When you pick sniper, you're basically announcing, I believe in myself, and your teammates are like, and the enemy team doesn't believe in you. This medic is insulting me. He's saying, you can't hit this shot, and to that I say, how dare you? I can hit this shot. This arrow doesn't hurt half as much as you've hurt my feelings. I'll show you.
Damn you!
You too, Spy? I can't believe you guys think so little of me. Look, if the enemy medic isn't cowering in a corner, fearing for his life whenever you're alive, he is disrespecting you. How dare that medic show his face? I could have killed him! I could have killed you! Yeah! I could have killed you. Oh, I see what it is. My team is down 4 players. The card is near the end, and the enemy medic is fully charged. I guess they're feeling pretty confident, but they weren't counting on one thing. I slept 9 hours last night. Boom! Drop their medic. Boom! Delete their demo man. And boom! Goodbye, heavy. When you're in the zone, nothing can stop you. Especially when you got an engineer backing you up. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
More advertisements. More advertisements. Advertisement. Anyways, let's get rid of some of this excess blocks. I know I'm deleting blocks from the world. Oh no, how dare I? It's not like you can make a cobblestone generator and create infinite amount of blocks. But you know, don't worry about that. Besides, I don't really plan on doing anything with deep slate, so I don't really care. I'm just making a little more room for the chest here. That way I can at least run a couple more rounds through the deep slate and all that here. Let's see here. So, yeah. That tends to be it, because yeah, sniper is very much able to just suddenly change a game. I mean, pretty much any class can go and just immediately change the pacing of a game and be able to change like a losing situation into a winning situation. But that's almost any class, but more specifically Spy and Sniper can really do that because of their abilities to be able to instantly remove anyone from the map, basically allows them to at least have that ability to like down a medic who is fully charged and just completely mess up a game for the enemy team. But Sniper with his range makes that a little more dangerous, but you know, don't worry about that. Anyways, let's get back into it then, shall we? Let's see what else Lazy has to say.
If I had to summarize Sniper in one sentence, wow, I'm so good at this game and now I'm dead. But what about the times when you're not even good?
Wow, I'm dead!
So far, I've only shown you clips where I was doing really well, but there was a time when I couldn't hit a shot to save my life. In this clip, I wasn't taking care of myself physically or mentally, and it almost looks like I'm trying to miss every single shot. This kept happening, and I was devastated.
You shoot like a girl.
It turns out that my muscle memory was a total mess, especially when trying to shoot medics. Although, can I just say that with this particular medic, his choice of headwear isn't exactly making my life easier? Back in the day, things were simple. Just click on the head above the shoulders. Now, there's more hat than actual head. I can't just shoot above the shoulders because now I have to figure out which one is would you stop that? Jeez. Anyway, I see this medic, flick to his head, panic, randomly shake my mouse, and then I shoot. I get a second chance here though, and what? I shot the cliff! I blame you for this! Now die! But this was the clip that truly brought me to my knees.
No.
I really thought I hit this shot, but oh no. I scope in right on his head, flick to the wall behind him, shoot, and then return my crosshair to his head.
No.
This is it. I'm washed up. My life is over. I suck. Or maybe I just have some bad habits, and I can break them. But how? I've got to change the way I think about sniping. Instead of worrying so much about how I'm gonna get my crosshair to their head, I'm just gonna keep still and wait for their head to come to my crosshair. This way, I won't miss shots like this by aiming when I don't need to, and it'll force me to relax. I don't expect to get many kills this way, but oh my god, I just killed their medic. That was probably just lucky. Oh my god, I did it again! Does this actually work? Unbelievable!
I'm not gonna lie, that strategy does work. But you ain't gonna find that with my ADHD, even though I don't really have ADHD ass. I've been medically induced with ADD, but I'm pretty sure last I checked that's a more mild form of ADHD, so it don't really work. But you ain't gonna find that with my twitchy hands. My twitchy hands always gotta be moving. When I'm playing sniper, I'm just gonna be zipping around. It's just, ooh, I look like a bot, like. You're not gonna find that with me. I'll try to relax, but I'll always panic in my mind, and my mind will think, no, you gotta move the hand, aim for the head. So, yeah, like I said, strategy will work definitely, but it's only gonna work for someone who's calm, who can actually work under calm situations. Other than that, yeah, nope. Yeah, but hey. It works for him at least. There you go. Alright. Let's go.
This actually works! I feel like I'm a new person. Forcing myself to slow down has practically doubled my accuracy. Only 2 weeks prior, I was in a constant panic. I'd see my target, identify the path their head is traveling on, and then practically guess! You can't even see the frame where I cross his head! It's uncivilized, man! My new method is calculated, and it's so much better in close quarters. This scout starts casually hopping around, not even shooting his gun as if to say, "You'll never hit me!" He thinks I'll panic. Well, the old me might have, but not anymore. With my new method, I mentally project the movement of his head before I aim. Boy, it looks to me like you just hopped into a bullet.
Aw, jeez!
I even resisted the urge to talk trash. And that's the real victory. If you ever, and I mean ever, test me like that again, I will end you, mark my words, you insignificant piece of shit.
Today's video is sponsored.
Well, looks like we're gonna be getting another advertisement for 4 minutes. 4 minute long advertisement. Oh boy, it's not like that's literally an entire video length. Come on, YouTube. Come on. Why are we doing this again, YouTube? First, YouTube gives me an hour-long advertisement. Actually, more accurately, an hour and 23-minute long advertisement. And now it's giving me basically an entire video length advertisement. Like, this is actually literally just made by some random YouTuber. I don't even know who these people are, but you know, you'd be like that. Nobody knows who I am, so I'm one to talk. But, yep, it'd be like that. Anyways, at this moment, I'm planning to go and set up a sugarcane farm, obviously. And to do so, I'm going to grab sand, because last I remember, sand, for some reason, grows sugarcane the fastest out of dirt and sand. I don't know if that still holds true, but I don't really care either way. It just looks nicer to have sand as the de facto block that you put underneath your sugarcane. It just a little more appeasing to the mind. So it's literally always been like that for a lot of the older Minecraft players. So no reason to suddenly up and dump tradition, especially when if it no longer adds any increased speed and both dirt and and sand grow at the same rate for sugarcane. Even if it doesn't matter, I'm still gonna do it anyways, because just brain wants dopamine, brain enjoy watching this. Yes. So at the moment, we've got a fair amount of sand, really more than enough sand. We don't really need a crazy amount of sand, but we do need some, and we have some. What we need now is coal, because I'm going to start running out of coal really fast, and if I'm going to be making a lot of strip mines like I am, I'm going to need a little more coal than what I've got. Just a little bit. Just a little bit more. So I'm going to run around the edge here. Let's see. Run around, see what I can find here. Probably going to be more lucky finding coal over down that way, but I just want to try to cover it on this side before I do anything. That way I've got all the ground covered. Oh, it's almost night. I should probably start running back to the base. Alright, we're going back in. We're going back in. We go. Eliminate target. Show no quarter. The enemy will hold no ground. Okay. There's literally nothing in here. Nothing except the exit here, so I'm just gonna quickly set up right here and try to hopefully be able to mine all the coal. That way I have more fuel. Boom. Let's get out of this little trap that I made and book it back to the base. Because, yeah. My boy, this advertisement is still playing, and it's literally just a video of people playing a video game. And I'm guessing, yes, they're advertising the video game. Cool. Why like this? Why? Why can't you have shorter clips? Why can't advertisements be what they're supposed to be? YouTube, please tell me why. Why do you have to make advertisements longer than what they are on TV? Why did TV advertisements have to be shorter than this? I know they can feel like they go on for an eternity, but bruh. Problem. That's a problem. That is a problem. Running. Hello. Go away. Run down here. Run. I forgot about phantoms. Sleep. Okay. Go away. Thank you. Alright, well, YouTube's done giving me advertisements, so let's get back to LazyPurple, shall we? Yes.
Okay, let's calm down. After practicing this more patient style for long enough, I gained control over my aim, and now I don't panic when I shoot at medics. It feels great to break a bad habit. But what was the point of me telling you any of this? I need you to understand the frustration, the self-doubt, the need to improve, and that desire to succeed. Because if anyone were to watch me go through this whole journey from the outside, all they would see is this. When you play a sniper, no one else really sees what you see. You don't exist to anyone unless you just shot them in the head or are getting killed by them up close. What this means is that only you can see every shot that you miss. Only you can tell when you're underperforming, and only you can beat yourself up about it. And sometimes, that's how it feels to play sniper. Now, of course, if it's been 20 minutes and you only have 2 points on the scoreboard, your little personal journey might stop being so personal.
God damn it, sniper! Stop eating suction up cupcakes and get good. Nah. Wait, can you at least talk about spies? Okay.
Listen, personally, when it comes to spies, I cannot stand being backstabbed, so if it happens even one time, the Razorback is coming out!
Bro, fight the power!
Now,
I'll be honest, for me, a lot of the time, if a spy stabs me, I tend to just keep doing what I'm doing, but I'll try to be a little more spy aware. I'll listen in, and if I hear, like, a possible spy or a decloak or something, then I'll probably hear it, and I'll try to counter the spy. But if a spy goes and gets me more than once, I start to verge more likely towards actually changing classes and probably going to pyro, because what's spy's worst nightmare? Literally a pyro who's going around hunting for them. Like, sure, you can consider me, yeah, no, I'm spy paranoid now, but at the very least, I'm going and helping my team and preventing the spy from getting my engineers. So at least I go from someone who's, you know, barely going and doing much damage to the enemy team to someone who is completely denying any spy from going and really being able to do much of anything now. So, at least I'm going from one useless end to another.
look, some people think the Razorback is pointless since spies can just shoot you anyway, but at least you get a chance, man! Oh!
Admirable shot.
Of course, sometimes you'll run into a spy who doesn't understand how the Razorback works, and oh, is that sweet.
What? Good eye.
Believe it or not, though, I'd rather take my chances with a spy than get focused down by a sniper. The unfortunate truth of the matter is that even the best snipers can die to anyone who's willing to hide somewhere and charge up a body shot. What? This is what I'm talking about! I just got shot from another country! Now, folks, I've heard of counter-sniping, but this is ridiculous! Unfortunately, even though sniper versus sniper is so cheesy, it can be pretty emotional to lose the matchup. And I always feel a little guilty when I'm playing in a casual game where the enemy snipers don't realize that standing still in the open is a quick way to get headshot. Ah, shucks, it's always the fourth sniper that gets you.
Yeah, I'm beginning to think Lazy's a cheater with his instant headshots.
God, no.
Yeah, instant headshots from across the map without prior aiming. More likely an auto-fire script, not full aimbot, but auto-fire the moment a head is in sight, because I really doubt your reaction time to an unknown target is that fast.
Alright, let's rewind a bit. Maybe it's because you were standing completely still. This guy thinks I'm hacking. I'll show him hacking. I'm gonna shoot this guy so many times he'll never play again. Wait, hold on. What's this?
Hey Lazy, got any more tips I need to get good at sniper?
Wow. Oh, Rounds of applause for this guy's attitude! Holy hell, he's asking for advice instead of defending his pride! Even I still get mad when snipers are better than me. Now who do you think is going?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like that too. I'm percentage-wise more likely to go towards accusations than I am towards, hey, okay, I need to improve. I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't try to talk to people and be like, hey, what do you think I could do to improve? I mean, even sometimes for me, I'll be like, hey, you know, maybe don't do this and you might be able to counter me. Or, hey, here's a strategy that'll be able to completely shut me down. You could try this and see how it works for you. Like, I'll try to give tips, but even I struggle for like going and saying accusations. I've been getting a little better with going and like not immediately calling hacks on other players, but sometimes, especially when you're playing TF2 and you just run into so many endless waves of bots, you start to at least pick up on habits that actual cheaters do have. So, hey, there's pros and cons to the whole bot pandemic we have in TF2 at least. You start to actually get used to who's a cheater and who isn't at least. So there's that to look forward to.
Going places. The guy that makes up boogeymen to protect his pride, or the guy that gets his head blown off and starts taking notes. This video featured a lot of my personal experiences, but that's because, if you ask me, Sniper is personal. It's easy to get emotional playing a class where every shot is an opportunity to fail.
How can I miss that?
Or to succeed.
I have never missed a shot in my life.
Throughout all the days where you feel like the worst sniper to ever boot the game, and all those days where you feel like you're God's gift to TF2. It's important to be humble and remember that you're probably not the best around, but you can always improve, and you can always enjoy that process.
Screw you. I am going to go play Minecraft. Ah! Oh, hello. Oh, hey. Lil help? Oh, yeah. Sweet.
Thank you so much for watching. Now, I'm gonna make an extra video with all my unused sniper clips, so go ahead and subscribe if you don't want to miss that. Thanks so much to these patrons for making this possible. Keegan Henderson, Seokeo, Arrow Sky, Trophy Waifu, Filth, Zeke, Waffle, Zachary Bourne, DDJ Sonic 1991, Oast, King Madding, Briss Bitchap, Nate Cummings, and Torbjorn Highland. Thank you, everyone.
All right, there's that. I will. I'll stop it here for a quick second. I'll be honest. I actually kind of like this. This looks like a perfect little cove thing to do. Like, this is literally the perfect place to do like an actual like pirate cove type thing. Season of the Plunder. But yeah, no, this is actually like this is the epitome of Minecraft world generation right here. Like, this is like perfect opportunity to do stuff. Hello, Spider. I know you noticed me. I don't care because you're taking forever to get over here. Yeah, you just lost interest. Oh, no, you gained interest again. You lost interest. You gained interest. But yeah, no, this is actually very nice here. So I'm gonna mentally leave a little note in my brain, hopefully. To at least come back to this and maybe at some point in the future go and actually set up a base here or something. Don't know. I'll figure it out. Hello. You can go. Hello, Spider. I know you're optimizing going onto land, but it doesn't matter. Alright. So we're just gonna make kind of a path, not really. Not a good one at least, but it's something better than nothing. Just light up some of the stuff around here. At least make it difficult for mobs to spawn here for when I do decide to come back. Yeah, you're not really gonna do much. This is actually, yeah, no, I actually like that. That's a lot of flat land there. Well, you can, yeah, you can go down there. But yeah, no, this is actually a very nice little, like, I'm actually starting to get like Destiny vibes here. Like I set up like a pirate cove here, Minecraft feel, and then like fallen. But yeah, no, this is actually a very nice location. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Hello. Bye-bye. Bye. All right. Well, next we have the behind the scenes of how it feels to play sniper, and then I think I might call it there. I think I might just call it there, because it's starting to get late, and although I do have work early in the morning and I'm probably just going to stay up late anyways, it's probably a good idea to at least call it here, though I feel like I don't know if I want to do TF2 or if I'm going to do Destiny, but I'm actually kind of feeling doing another stream immediately right after this, but instead of just playing Minecraft still, I feel like going and playing another game, maybe. I might. Don't look at me, Andrew 1984. I see you, okay? I see you judging me. Leave me alone, alright? I'm thinking about it. But, yeah, no, I feel like doing another stream immediately after this. Going and maybe playing TF2, maybe playing Destiny. I might just ask one of my friends, be like, hey, guys, what do you think I should do? Do you think I should play TF2 or do you think I should play Destiny? And like, what do you think I should stream? I mean, no matter what, I honestly feel like doing another stream right after this. So there's that. There's that. It's not like I'll also be doing another stream later during the weekend. Not on Monday, because although here in Canada, Monday is Labor Day weekend, and I don't have work, I'm going to be busy that day, because, you know, holidays be like, ah, yes, it's a holiday, but guess what? You're going to be doing stuff. What are you going to be doing? Family. Wait, what? Family? Be with your family, you pathetic gamer. Stop being an inclusive child. Out into the real world with you. Wait, no. Alright. But yeah, let's go look at the behind the scenes for how it feels to play sniper. And then yeah, we'll call it here for this episode / stream. So even though I'm out in the dark, I don't care. Here we go.
And hey everyone, Lazy here, and this is gonna be a more casual video. I had to play a lot of Sniper to get everything I needed for my last video, so I'm kind of overflowing with good clips here. I thought it would be fun to stuff all of them into one big video and do some kind of director's commentary. Oh, and real quick, I'm shooting for 1 million subscribers by September 2020, so if you've been holding off on subscribing, I'd really appreciate that you did. Now, this clip actually almost made it into how it feels to play Sniper. In fact, here's the rough cut that I had. When you're hitting all your shots as Sniper, it's like you can't die. It would take like 2 pyros coming right at me. I deserve this. Honestly. And if we rewind even further, the transition into that clip was actually a very silly Vsauce reference. If you play Sniper, you will die. But what if you didn't? Every now and then. But what really makes this clip golden is that as they chase me, I decide that I'm gonna go out with a bang. I'm dead, dude. I'm fucking dead. Out the window! Yes! Oh my god! But the clip was just too long, and also at this point I realized that the script was just too high energy, you know? Like it was gonna go from this punchline almost immediately into the Megalovania bit, and then right before this was actually the 3 kills upward montage, and it was just too much at once. Once I came to this realization, I had to make the tough call to cut out this bit, replace it with the bit about easy sniper games, and then I had to flip around the order of these so that Megalovania happens way before this montage, and it just needed to be done for the tempo of the video, but it took me a while to figure it out, and wasted time, you know, it happens. Oh, and just to be clear, I spent at least 4 hours just debating whether or not to put this part in the video. Like, I was asking people left, right, center, and I even made a Twitter poll for it. Whew, am I glad you guys didn't tear me apart for this one. Anyway, my last behind the scenes video was all about how wrangling Source Filmmaker was the biggest challenge in making the Engineer video. Some of you have asked for a sequel to this, but despite the occasional SFM glitch, epilepsy warning, you good? Okay, 3, 2, 1.
The year is 20XX. The sun is a strobe light. Life is now a never-ending rave. This is the canonical explanation for where all the rave lights are coming from in this scene. But you already knew that, right?
Despite the occasional glitch, SFM actually behaved more often this time. The biggest challenge with the sniper video was actually the script. In fact, this video went through 6 script rewrites. I kept struggling to communicate this concept that snipers' interaction with other players boils down to shooting them before they even see you, or dying to people because you didn't see them. I was originally gonna get all ironically philosophical about it, like, what does it really mean to play sniper? But I eventually threw that idea out. Here's my first note of the concept from a document dating November 21st, 4 months before the video released. What looks monotonous on the outside, every sniper just shooting sniper rifles, is actually betraying the complexity of the crazy internal story of playing sniper. Maybe show a funny inside the mind. Show nightmares of not being able to hit a dancing medic laughing at me. It would take months of refining the script before I arrived on this combination of SFM scenes about overcoming bad habits and how isolated Sniper can feel. This upward animation actually originally occurred on Badlands because I was going to turn the camera around and show that while every other class is having some kind of one-on-one interaction, Sniper is just all alone trying his best to hit his shots. Eventually, it would zoom out to emphasize how irrelevant he was, and then, well...
Woo! We have lost the control point.
This took a couple days to make, but ended up getting completely cut because it's just too confusing. Like, what are your eyes supposed to follow here? Heavy gets trick stabbed, then Pyro reflects a rocket, then Medic chases the spy, then Engie puts down a mini-sentry which a demo man destroys, etc. It's just too much. Anyway, Sniper may be defined by his lack of interaction, but there are a select few ways that Sniper actually interacts with the other classes, and one of them is when the enemy knows you're shooting at them. This Heavy gets stuffed and proceeds to press every key on his keyboard at once. And what do you know? It works out for him. Here's an example of me trying to interact with the players on my team. I see this demo sticky trap and decide to use myself as bait for it. I was gonna do this SFM bit where I gave my demo the thumbs up and everything.
Hey!
Anyway, I successfully bait the scout, but then end up taking care of him myself. The bit was gonna end with us seeing the scout fly forward, there'd be a second of silence, and then boom! The trap goes off way too late. And the last notable way that you can interact with enemies is by surfing their explosives, although this is more of a medic thing than a sniper thing, so that's probably where I'll really talk about it. This soldier really did not enjoy this interaction.
Welcome to
advertisements on YouTube be like, yes, can I help you today? Would you like technology? Perhaps, yes. But yeah, let's see here. Got a lot of coal, so we're definitely getting there. I'm gonna hopefully be able to mine out the side of the cliff here. That way I can go and have like a really good supply. But we'll see how this works out. We'll see. We will see. We will see.
Some people ask if I write first or collect gameplay first, and the answer is always gameplay first. I collect a ton of footage and then keep asking myself, what does this clip demonstrate? This clip demonstrates that if I have the choice between shooting an AFK hatless pyro or a hatted pyro who seems to have a functioning keyboard, I'm probably gonna prioritize the hatted pyro. Prioritizing targets is a real thing for Sniper. Like, of course I'm gonna shoot the medic before the heavy here, but it just didn't seem that important to talk about. You know what, in the interest of me not having to pretend that the ordering of clips in this video makes any sense, here's a list of stuff that didn't make it into the final production. Tunnel tunnel vision, every SFM joke I didn't have time for, a accusation montage, stomping casual games, forcing headshots, punishing disrespect, accidental kills, lag, the huntsman, and 180 headshots. Woo! Let's attack these one at a time. I think I might have some of the worst tunnel vision ever. See this scout? Of course you do. He's right there, but in the moment, I did not see this guy at all. Even here, I did not notice him, and I know it seems like I'm completely BSing you all. Like, trust me, I didn't see him. In this clip, I knew my team was being pushed back, so I went to this cheeky position thinking I'd be safe. I unscope, and you can already see I'm in trouble, but I did not notice. This time, however, I did notice. This spot actually goes right into the SFM bits. I wanted to make fun of how ridiculous it is that you can even be here. I was gonna suggest a secondary item for a sniper like the gunboats that would just let him float wherever he wants, and honestly, just talking about it, I regret not doing this bit. Here, I was doing really well flanking a sniper when this soldier boy, a rocket, jumps up and scares the hell out of me. So I try to retreat, but this door only opens from the other side. So I was screaming, "Help, Engie, door's stuck!" But that Engie just leaves me, and I realize I'm on my own and as good as dead. Oh, that wasn't so hard, was it? This soldier also did not enjoy that interaction. Another one was gonna be me explaining how Spy's head hitbox doesn't match his disguises. I was gonna be like, don't worry, I see what's really going on here, and then it would show Spy playing RuneScape on his phone or something. Oh god, this next one though. This scout forced me to charge up my shot right on his butt. He forced me, okay? There was gonna be a soldier like, Sniper, you've been fully charged for 15 seconds. And Sniper was gonna be like, oh yeah, mate, that's good. Oh my, let's move on. I have the easiest shot in the world on this Brass Beast Heavy, but he makes the 500 IQ play and aims upwards, which puts his hand in front of his face. It was gonna zoom in and he would be like, oh, I outsmart the bullet. This next Brass Beast Heavy will do us the favor of transitioning into all the unused accusations. He's out in the open, I kill him, seems pretty normal to me, but he disagrees.
How? 3 headshots in a row.
When you try your best, but you don't succeed.
How?
Now people, it's good to be suspicious sometimes and call out hackers, but man, some of you call hacks way too soon. There was this one guy that got super upset because I was out sniping him even though he was trying to second scope me. It's way too long of a clip though, so I'll probably upload it to my secondary channel soon, link in the description, LazyPurple. I am proud to admit though that I was kicked from a server one time for cheating. It was actually the first time I used the Bizarre Bargain. I was just destroying their heavies, which brings us into stomping casual players. I get this demo, accidentally headshot this Spy, and then after getting one shot on this heavy, he just gives up. Rough about Sniper is that there's really no way to go easy on people. Like with Soldier, you can just switch to market gardening if the teams are really unbalanced, but what am I gonna do with Sniper? Intentionally go for body shots? Oh, I'm sure people would love that. I just feel disgusting when I stomp a casual game like this, but I don't know what else to do. If, God forbid, you want to terrorize casual players as well, of course you need the basics of lowering your sensitivity, getting a bigger mouse pad, and disabling mouse acceleration. But just as important is that you have to push yourself to improve. What I mean by that is forcing yourself to go for headshots all the time. Like, even if they're gonna die to fall damage or something, just go for it. At one point I thought to myself, why melee people when I can just headshot them? And I was gonna do a bit making fun of this sniper that goes for his melee weapon in our 1v1. Like he was gonna try and get at me, but my barrel would just be in the way. And lastly, I was considering a bit where I would joke that this headshot here was just a complicated backstab. Like, who needs to play Spy when you can just hit point-blank headshots right behind people? It's practically the same thing. Just to be clear though, this forcing headshots mindset is only for improving. Like in this clip, the enemy sniper was better than me, so I did this disgustingly sneaky, fully charged body shot on him. Sometimes you just gotta...
It do be like that though. It do be like that though. Luckily it's only for 30 seconds, so we don't need to worry. But yeah, no, sometimes you really do have to like charge up a shot, and yeah. Yep. want to skip it. There we go.
One of the first things you learn in competitive TF2 is that it's not worth it to challenge the enemy sniper. In one of the first drafts of the script, I was gonna joke about multiverse theory and how if you challenge a sniper, sure, there's a universe where he straight up misses you, but you really don't want to find out that you're in the universe where he doesn't. Anyway, some people didn't get the memo and will insist on shooting flare guns at you across the map. It feels fantastic to punish this disrespectful act of hubris. Medics do it too. Look how wide this medic peeks me just for a crossbow hit. Was it worth it, man? Was it worth it? Oh shit, cut to the next clip, quick, quick, quick! I don't know why they even try. I mean, no medic has ever killed me like that. That would be so embarrassing. Now, let us pay our respects to everyone I've ever accidentally killed.
Bloody fuck!
For some reason, it's almost always a medic. Here, I was actually going for their sniper, but got the medic and then died to the sniper. Again, here I'm going for the sniper and oops, got the medic, died to the sniper. But you'll never guess what happens this time. I go for the sniper and there goes your medic. Why does this keep happening? Am I subconsciously aiming at the medics or something? Maybe. Let me ask you something. Have you ever hit a headshot and been like, I don't know about that one, Chief? Well, I have some good evidence between several clips that TF2's interpolation has a bad habit of rewinding hitboxes. Shooting where this Paro's head used to be results in a headshot. This theory also explains why some headshots become body shots as well. I take the shot here, but since Soldier's body was there just a second ago, it registers as a body shot. Don't start using this as an excuse though, because it usually favors the sniper. I mean, to be honest, this one is completely beyond explanation. Rewinding the hitbox doesn't explain a thing.
What the fuck is that?
Maybe I'm completely wrong about all of this. I was gonna do a bit where my sniper would be distraught over all.
Bruh. Hardcore be like, yes, let me spawn in a spider with speed, or invisibility, or strength. Bruh. Finally, a worthy opponent. Our battle will be legendary. Thank you. Alright. Finally, the actual opponent. Get over here. Get over here. You're hubris. Your teammate killed you. Technically, he didn't kill you. I did, but he weakened you.
All these clips and someone would be like, "What's up, man?" And I'd be like, "What if I've never actually headshot anybody? What if none of this is real, man?" Now, some people complains that I didn't talk about the Huntsman. Look, let me show you the only Huntsman clip you will ever need to see. I stared at his ragdoll for so long that he actually came around again. I put another arrow straight in his head, but apparently that's not good enough anymore. How is this not directly in his giant head? If you ask me, nothing shows off how insanely powerful Sniper is than a good old 180 headshot. In this clip, I was at 22 health, so I decided to retreat. But hey, on the way out, I might as well 180 delete someone. Is there anything more satisfying than 180 deleting someone? I don't think so. Bonus points if it's in the middle of a conga. And in this last random clip, I was on a super duper 14 headshot spree when this crazy duo Ubers in just to kill me. I even got lucky enough to crit melee him. I guess they figured out who I was, because when I asked about it, they responded,
"Make another SFM and go away, dweeb."
Oh, okay, it's like that then. Oh, okay, well how about you have one of these, and one of these? You can imagine how good that felt. Anyway, I think I've bombarded you all with enough random clips. But you know what else is random? Oh, I think you know. Hey, I'm happy to announce that I have a second t-shirt for sale now. There will be a link in the description if you don't already see it below the video. I'd like to give my patrons an extra special thanks this time around because they were super understanding whenever I told them about one of the setbacks mentioned in this video. Thanks to Keegan Henderson, Seokeo, Arrow Sky, Trophy Waifu, Filth, Zeke, Waffle God of Puns, Bite My ASC, Brandon Wendling, JP, Jared Goodroad, Zachary Born King, Matting, Osnake Cummings, Torgren Highland, and DDJ Sonic 1991.
Alright, well, there you go. The How It Feels series. Yep. It's, it real. Okay, this timing can't be perfect. This timing can't be any more perfect. Look at this. Look at this. No. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the time. Look at how long that is. Look at that. Look at that. You can't fake it. You can't. You can't. What did I just say earlier? What? I literally just said, yeah, no, I get an hour-long video, commercial. And what happens? What does YouTube grace me with during my stream? A near hour-long video. And, like, literally less than 15 minutes away from an hour long. You're kidding me. You can't fake it. You can't. You can't. And that right there is like the defining notion of my luck. That right there is how my luck works. The universe will do everything in its power to prove me right when it comes to making me suffer. But when it comes to making me happy, the universe will do everything in its power to make me suffer. So it's like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna say something. I say something in such a way where it's like, oh yeah, no, something bad's gonna happen. Something bad happens. I go and say, oh, you never know, something good will happen. Something bad happens. Or I go and say one thing, and then the universe is like, no, we're gonna do the opposite. You can't fake it. You really cannot fake that. You can't. You just can't. Oh, God. I think it's just music. Yeah, it's just music. Ah, forget. You can't. You cannot fake it. You can't. I can't fake it. I literally said earlier, yeah, no, YouTube's giving me, like, hour-long, commercials. YouTube. I'm not gonna give you an exact hour-long, but here you go. Bruh. Alright. I'm calm. I'm tired. But before I go, I'm going to quickly... Oh, wrong. Incorrect. Failure. Demerit points. I'm gonna quickly go and just set up a little area for sugarcane farm. That way I can at least begin the production of sugarcane, at least now, because the sooner I get sugarcane, the better. So much better. So, boom, and we're just gonna go. There we go. this is about all the sugarcane I'm probably ever gonna really need, because once when you make an enchanting table setup, you've made an enchanting table setup. Like, let's be honest here, you're only ever really gonna go for like the high end enchantments. You're very rarely ever gonna go for like a low end enchantment. So yeah. Yes, delicious. All right. Well, that's basically been this stream. Get my new axe out, because that's been done. This pickaxe has been brutally put through the ringer, but it's still holding true. We've got 28 diamonds now. Actually, I'm gonna run back upstairs. I think I don't have any more diamonds. I'm pretty sure I've already brought them down, and in my brain I keep thinking that there are still diamonds upstairs, even though I talked about it before and was like, you know what? No, I'm just gonna go grab them now and bring them down. So I'm gonna go quickly back up and double check that, and then I'll pretty much call it there, because I at least now have another supply of coal, and you've all seen how much strip mining, how many yes, it's still raining, but you were able to see how much I was able to get done with just that much coal. So now that I've got more than that now, and I have the supply that I already had down there, including the amount that I just got. So I've got pretty much an entire almost 9 slots worth of 64 coal, minus 1 slot and 20 or something. So there's that at least. But so let's quickly scan over what is in here that I might need. I'll grab the other bucket. Yeah, no, I don't really need this. Not really gonna need the emeralds. I might as well bring down the lapis. No reason not to. I've got extra logs. Don't really need any of this in any circumstance, frankly. I can't really remember what I was gonna do. Oh yeah, the chicken. I was like, what was the purpose of having a hopper and all that there? And I'm like, oh yeah, chicken. I was gonna make a chicken farm, that way I can produce arrows, because I need arrows in order to shoot something with the bow. Yeah, don't care. I'm just gonna focus on mining, even though I think I have a better way to go and be able to get the resources that I need, like diamonds and whatnot. I'm just gonna keep mining, because mining is a guarantee. You're eventually gonna just dig out part of the earth, underneath you, and unveil the secrets within the treasures that you can find. But nevertheless, Glowsword, yeah, no, this is pretty much been it. Series is actually starting to look up now, isn't it? I'm actually I've kind of got like my underground base here. I don't have a bed, but I really don't need one. I might set up a clock. I don't have any leather, or maybe I do. No, I don't think I do. Still, I could probably make a clock right now. Can I? Oh, no, I'm wanting it short. Never mind. I could just throw the gold into the furnace, but I don't care. These are still growing here. Let me guess, because it's dark enough for you for some reason. There you go. There's no reason not to grow now. Grow. All your brothers are growing around you, yet you can't grow an inch. You have all the support in the world. The light is shining on you, little one. Now go. Yeah, no, that's basically been the stream. I think we're just gonna call it here. I'll come back again. Let me quickly look, because I've got my time on my phone. My times when I'm working. Oh, got a message from family member. There we go. Message sent to family member. So, what are my time? What is the time that I am working? I am... So, yeah, either... Yeah, sometime tomorrow or on Sunday. Probably the same time as when I started streaming today, which today was around 8 o'clock. So either tomorrow or not Sunday, Saturday. Yeah. Tomorrow or Saturday. So Friday or Saturday. Expect another stream maybe, hopefully, so long as my brain allows me. Around 8 o'clock again. Earlier today, I was actually planning on streaming, but I got lazy, went into Destiny, kept playing Destiny for a little bit, and then watching YouTube videos, and then eventually I was like, I'm just gonna sit down and watch YouTube videos, and then I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I was gonna stream more of my little Let's Play series, you know, that series where I just want to constantly live stream and have all of it be live and not edited in any way, unlike my other Minecraft series, which... Once again, the reason why I haven't been continuing with that one is because, in actuality, I died and lost all my items. I was doing an episode while in the Nether and wasn't paying attention and died. I think I deleted that footage and was like, alright, I'm just gonna give up on this world altogether. But, yeah, I'm like, I immediately died and was just immediately flipped out, stopped the recording, and then was like, oh god, what do I do now? This is not at all what people normally do with their Let's Plays. Normally they just get knocked down and get back up again. But me, I'm like, oh god, I lost all this stuff. What do I do? Oh wait, I know. I'll revert to what I do in almost any situation like this. Create LAN. Allow cheats. Game mode creative. Give me back all my items. But yeah, no, that's kind of the reason why this series has popped up all of a sudden instead, and I haven't been continuing with the other one. Though, I'll be honest, I actually liked the idea of, like, being on an island with a mushroom island connected and all that. But, in reality, at least I traded one island for another, and this island's a lot bigger, and also involves the newest update, which, although I could have converted that world into the newest update and be able to have, like, the deep dark and the deep slate level and all that. I don't know. Either way, hopefully you all enjoyed and enjoyed LazyPurple's work and enjoyed my gameplay and messing around and, as always, terrible commentary, but who cares? Entertainment is entertainment for those who enjoy it, and if you did enjoy it, then voila, I have done my work. I have done my sole purpose. Good day to you, sir. Anyways, again, hopefully you enjoyed, and yeah, I'll probably be back again tomorrow if you're watching this live. Otherwise, if you're watching this later, like only, and by later I mean slightly later, expect another stream on either September 2nd or September 3rd. And if you're watching this much, much later in the future, well, thank you for at least coming back in time and watching this past content. Ooh, yes, spooky. Iron. Yeah. Alright. Well, have a good one, folks. I will see you all in the next stream video thing. Yes. Good.